Welcome to IFES's Dialogues on Democracy, featuring stories and expertise from over 25 years of supporting sustainable democracy. I'm Joseph Marcus, IFES Communications Officer. IFES works in a variety of contexts, from mature to developing democracy, and applies lessons learned from around the world to enhance our programming. Sharing the successes of others is critical for collaboration and developing new programs. In this episode, we highlight the work being done by the London Youth Advisory Council of Ontario, Canada, LYAC. IFES Youth Advisor Augusta Featherston spoke with Ward 4 Councilor Nicole Worozbyt and Adam Fearnall, the Council Director, about the impact the Council has had and how some of these lessons can be expanded to new programs. LYAC is composed of young people who are elected to their position by the general public to represent their ward or region.
Adam, the London Youth Advisory Council is still relatively new. Can you describe how it started?
We're in our third year now, but the guy that started it, Matt Ross, he would probably describe it this way. He was basically just sitting at home and he realized that young people weren't involved in the public policy decisions being made in the city. And so he quite literally went out with his debit card at the time and started running a council with his debit card and a few volunteers.
What are the ages of the people involved with LYAC?
So right now our council ranges from ages 17 to 26. We're able to share our ideas, and because there is such an age gap, we get a lot of different and new and unique ideas.
It's one of the things that I am most proud of about the LYAC is the fact that there is that wide age range, and we've, I think in most ways, found a way to make age sort of melt away. Like there are moments where you'll notice it come out, just in the things that people reference. Even Nicole and I mean, there's, 7 years between us? And I don't really ever think about the fact that there's 7 years between us, which is just kind of interesting.
Why should people listen to the voices of young people and the LYAC councillors?
I mean, they're citizens in the community just like anybody else. And if we have a whole group of citizens in our city, potentially with ideas, potentially with dreams and hopes for what their city looks like, we'd be doing ourselves a disservice by not speaking with them and finding out what they think. And also provides us maybe with just a bit of a sense of what we need to be thinking about for the future. The young person, their horizon is the next 50 years or 60 years, whereas with a politician, their horizon is the next 20 or 30 years at the most, if you're lucky. So you get a really different, maybe longer perspective from a young person. We're not just trying to create a constituency of young people, we're actually trying to demonstrate a better way to do government.
Nicole, why did you decide to run as a councillor in your ward?
Well, I really just wanted to get more involved in the community, learn more about politics, and I thought this would be a really valuable experience. And also finding out what I'm really passionate about and what issues I care about that are happening in London. I think you really need to have that grassroots reason for why you're getting involved and not just being involved in politics for yourself, but wanting to better your community.
Adam, how has the council impacted municipal governance in London?
That is a question we get a lot. And I think that we still in some ways are thinking constantly about the answer to that question, because we go back and forth between trying to be an advocacy organization some days to being a training and education organization some days as well. I think we're at a stage now where our greatest outcome are the people that come out of the program. So that's 42 people that have a deeper understanding of what's going on in the city, 42 people that have networks within the City of London, and people that have maybe a bit better of an understanding about how they individually can be part of creating change within their communities.
Nicole, do you feel you've made a difference as a councillor?
Not in a way that I've impacted the entirety of London, but more in small ways. I recently wrote a letter to a constituent congratulating her on starting a new program for low-income families and homeless people to come and do their laundry for free. And she replied back to me and said that she was really surprised and excited to get my letter and that it made her day.
How do you get the message out about LYAC and get people involved?
Through social media is one of the mediums that we use. And word of mouth, I think, is a really big thing too.
One of the things we don't want to become is just another opportunity for a whole bunch of people that already do a whole bunch of things to come. We want to continue to get people that maybe weren't interested in politics or weren't interested in being involved in the community to come through our door too. So it's a balance.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that. We recently recorded a podcast with IFES team in the Maldives, and our chief of party, Dan Milinovich, also made a similar observation and comment regarding how to engage young citizens who don't necessarily have many opportunities to become involved in their communities in this way. Do you think youth councils can succeed in other contexts, including some of the places where IFES works around the world? What are some of the lessons you've learned?
There's a lot of really interesting work being done in Europe with the European Youth Parliament. So there are examples of people starting to do this kind of work, and the approach that we're taking is maybe a little bit unique in that trying to build a government or a type of government that resonates with young people as opposed to just training people how to engage with the system as it currently exists. So I really think that anybody can do it. You just start something and see how it goes. That's really what the LYAC has been, is just a complete experiment. So we actually just did it and learned through the experience of doing it what worked and what didn't work. Well, we're actually trying to demonstrate a better way to do government. And so we should let everybody participate in that. And there's no reason why a young person couldn't represent a 65 or 70-year-old person living in their ward. They might represent them differently, but they certainly can represent them.
Thank you both so much for your time today. It's been wonderful having the chance to speak with you about this.
Thanks for having us. It was great to talk.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share with you.
For more information on IFES's work with youth, please visit our website, www.ifes.org. And you can find the London Youth Advisory Council on their website, www.lyac.ca.